Hey guys, Scott here from the Mental Metal channel and mentalmetaldetecting.com, and I'm looking at the Legend user manual, specifically the user profile section. I've had a lot of people ask me about this, and it's not very easy to dissect here in the manual. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through how to actually save a user profile. You can save up to 16 of them. If you go to the next page, they'll show you. Each profile, 1, 2, 3, and 4, can save up to 4 programs at once. So technically you can save up to 16 custom programs. So pretty cool. It's a little overwhelming for new people who have the Legend. So I'm going to walk you through how to do all this craziness and get you set up so you understand how to use your Legend. Specifically, the user profile. We'll get started here in just a second. Alright guys, I'm out here in my garage. I've been doing a lot of stuff lately, testing machines and everything, so I got a lot of stuff laying around. As you can see on the table there, some rings and stuff. But I'm back on the Legend today. I'm actually demystifying how to save these user profiles. I briefly touched it when I was doing the coin program for the Legend a few videos back, but I really didn't fully understand how it really works. Because if you look in the manual, on page 24 and 25, I'll just kind of show this up to you. They kind of allude that you can save off 16 different profiles. All right, so, but it is true, but it isn't true in a way. It's not how I envisioned it. I assumed that you could take one profile and save off 4 different programs, and I guess it's true in the way that they have it laid out here. What I was thinking was that you could say, I was thinking like, how could I make a back-to-back program where I can compare and do stuff like that? It's not that easy. It's not as easy as it looks. So basically, just to kind of explain this profile thing. So if you're in the user profile 1, the little person with a 1, and it has a checkbox in it that shows you that it's saved, you can customize all 4 of the programs at the top, meaning you can make a custom program for park, field, beach, and gold. So any of those custom programs you can make in profile 1, they'll be saved as long as you are in profile 1 with the checkbox in that person's body there. Same with user profile 2. So you have 4 profiles you can save programs to. But you really have, it's just 4 profiles. So whatever you saved under those programs in each one of those profiles is what you're going to be stuck with. All right, so it's not as configurable as I was hoping it would be, but it's still pretty cool. I mean, you can still save off, 4 profiles and, 4 programs each, total of 16. They're not lying in the manual. They just didn't really do a good job of explaining how to actually go about doing it. So I had to play around a little bit and stumble around. So basically what I've got here is I've got a reset Legend, a factory default on the profiles. So right now at the top, you can kind of see up here that I'm in user profile number 1. Now if we go to user profile number 1, it's pretty easy to get there. You hit your gear button. So you're at the bottom menu. Let's scroll over till we get to the person, the profile, and then arrow up. Arrow up. So you'll see here on the right hand side you have user profile 1. You have looks like a little floppy disk underneath it, if you guys remember what those are. Right now the body is not filled in. So right now there's nothing being saved. So no matter what you do, if you go through field, park, beach, and gold programs and make any changes, they're not going to be saved, right? So when you turn the machine on, they may revert to what you had in the machine, but if you want them to be saved permanently, you need to turn that user profile on. And I'll show you how to do all that stuff, okay? So right now, let's just kind of walk through it. And I'm gonna make 3 changes to park, field, and the beach program. I'm just gonna make a simple change, like I'm gonna change the tones that they're using. So right now, let's go back to, right now I'm in park, and I'm in user profile number 1, but I wanna go here, I wanna get out of here, and I wanna go back in, I wanna go back over to, I wanna go into my tones, target tones, and I wanna change park. I'm gonna make it, I'll make it 6, all right? And then we'll go back out. I'm gonna switch over to field. I'm gonna do the same thing, go in, go up to my tones. I'm gonna make that 60. I have my sensitivity turned right way down in the garage, by the way, so that's why you're not hearing anything. So we're gonna get out of that, and then I'm gonna go over to my beach, and I'm gonna hit settings again. I'm gonna go up to my tones. And this time instead of 60, I'm gonna make it 1. And it'll be a little chatty in 1. All right, so we're back out of here. Now let's say, for instance, I turn off the machine. Let's just go ahead and do it. Let's turn it off. And now let's turn it back on. Let's actually see if those settings actually saved. They may. But we'll check here. I just want to make sure. All right, so right now it remembered that I was in the beach program. Let's check to see if it's still in 1 tone, and it is. So it did remember, so let's go back and check the other ones. So park, if you guys remember, we had that set up for, I believe it was 6 tones, which it is. So that's good. And for field, we had it set up for, I believe, 60. And so it does remember. So when you power the machine off, it will remember your last settings. Even though your user profile, for instance, this guy right here, is not filled in and he's not saved off. So basically, it's going to work for you if you turn it on and off for user profile 1 or whatever the profile you're in. But let's say, for instance, you wanted to save this program off, but then, or these programs off in one profile, and we wanted to change them to a different setup in user profile 2. So let's go through, and I want to make sure we save this. So to save it, you got to hit your button down here, hold it in, hold your pinpoint button in till you have the checkbox filled in, the body's actually filled in. Now to change that, hold it again, hold it down. Or maybe I'm hitting the wrong key. Oh, there we go. You got to slide over till you see the revert back, and then hold this in. And that takes it back out again. So now your profile now has been reset back to the beginning. So basically, we just reset it to what it was before the factory default is. Now, we're going to go in and show you, I'm going to show you how to save the profiles off and save like a couple profiles. That way you know what I'm talking about better. But right now, let's go ahead and let's say, for instance, we did a whole bunch of stuff and we screwed it up, and we wanted to do a factory reset on these profiles. What are you going to do? Well, as long as if you come into the menu and you're on your profile icon and you hold down, I believe it's the, hold down your pinpoint button, keep holding it down, it will factory reset itself. So now the whole thing's factory reset. Even the display is jacked up, so we got to go over to the display and turn it back up to 5. All right, so that's kind of how you do a quick reset. All right, so but let's go back into, I'm going to turn down this sensitivity a bit because it is way too loud in here. All right, so let's get out of that. All right, so let's go into, let's actually save off user profile 1 like we did before. So let's change the number of tones we're going to use, because right now we're in profile 1. I want to go back over here to tones, go up to tones, and I'm going to change that to 6 like we did before. And then I'm going to get out of this, go over to field, and I'm going to select it again, go up. And this time we're going to select 60 like we did before. Get out of this, go over to gold, or I'm sorry, beach. and we're going to select one channel, or I'm sorry, one frequency. All right, so that's that, or 6 tones, I mean, or I'm sorry, 1 tone. I'm getting ahead of myself here. So now we want to go in and save off the profile. So we are in the profile icon, up. Now we're in profile 1, hold down your pinpoint. Now it's saved. But let's say we wanted to go to user profile 2. That's real simple. You just up arrow, or plus, it's plus and minus the up arrows. Plus, and now you're in profile 2. So if you back out of this, see your icon at the top, you're at 2. So let's go ahead and change these tones, make them something different. So I'm going to write these down we had before. So we had park equals 6, field equaled 60, and beach equaled 1. So let's change user profile 2 to something different, and then we'll see how we cycle through those and change them. All right, so we're in park. I'm going to change my sensitivity back down to 17 because it's pretty loud. Quiet it down a little bit. Now it will remember your sensitivity too, by the way. So just anything you change to any of these profiles is going to be saved. No matter what program you're in, it's going to be saved off. So right now, like I said, we're in profile 2. Let's go up, and we're in park. Let's go to the settings. Let's go back to the tones, and just keep in mind. Let's change this to 4. So park is going to be 4 this time. Back it out, and then we're going to go over to field, and let's change it to. Let's change it. Oh, sorry. Back up. Let's change it to 4. And then let's choose. Let's do something different for beach. Let's make it 60. All right. So 60 it is. Write that down. Let's go back to park so it's not so loud. All right, so we have everything done that we want to save off. Now let's go into our profile. Let's go into the user icon again. Let's go up. We're already in our user profile 2. So all we got to do is hit our pinpoint button, hold it down, and now it's saved. So let's go ahead and set up user profile 3 with some different settings. All right, let's say we want to, oh, I don't know. Let's see what we want to, let's change the volume. How's that? All right, so let's go into, we need to go back up. We need to go into our user profile number 3. So up arrow to get 3. It's a empty body cavity. And then we're going to go back to our park settings. Now we want to go in and change let's change the volume down to 1 for park. And let's get out of there. Let's go over to field. Let's do 3 there. So field volume equal 3. And now let's go into the beach. Let's set the volume there. Let's set that down to 0. I know these are crazy settings, but I'm just using this as an example. So beach is going to be 0. All right. Now we have to go in here and save our user profile 3. See up here? So we're going to hold down our pinpoint button. And now it's all saved. So technically, if we turn off the machine, hold down the settings button and turn it off and turn it back on, we should have 3 profiles saved on this machine. It should not have changed. And our display is good. So we are in profile 3, and we can go through and see just what we've changed. So if we check our volume for beach, it should be, go over to volume, It should be 0 like we changed it to. If we go back to, whoops, wrong one. If we go back to park, check the volume there. Am I in park? Did I change park the volume to 1? I thought I changed it to 1. Did not save? I think I screwed something up. Let's try user profile 2 and see what I did here. I'm getting out of this. It's so confusing sometimes. All right, let's go into your user profile. Let's see if they saved. I might have screwed something up here. Let's go up. We're in profile 3. Let's go down to 2. And now let's check our settings. In park, we had, for 2, we had park had 4 tones, I believe. So let's check it out. So we are in 2. Yes, correct. All right, so let's go in here and let's check the tones. So here we go. Tones are at 4. That's what it should be. For field, the tone should be 4 again. That's correct. And then let's go over to gold. Hit this, and it should be 60, in which it is. So our second profile was saved. Let's go to our first profile and double check it. And we have to go up, and we have to, oops, wrong one. We have to go to 1, and then we're going to go, oops, get out of this, hit it again, go over to our tones, and then we're going to check our tones for gold was actually going to be, it was in 1 tone, which is correct for beach. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to field, and field should be 60, which is what we wrote down, so that's correct. And let's go back to park. Park should be in 6 tones. And there you have it. So early, I mean, I think I screwed up the third one somehow. I think I hit a button or something that changed it. But that's how you save off profiles. That's how you save off individual programs and profiles. Now, if you want to reset everything, you do it a couple ways. You can reset it for each profile, for instance. If you come in here and you go over to profile and you say, well, I really didn't like what I did with 1, so I want to change it. So what you got to do is you got to go over here. You got to change that arrow until you see that reset, and then you hit your pinpoint button. Hold it down. Oops! If you hold it down too long, it'll save it. So then you got to go back. Hit the pin. If you don't hit it long enough, it'll go away. It's really weird. Go back up. We have it in reset. Hold it down till you see the body go clear again. And now you've reset your profile number 1. But like I said, if you want to go in and change everything back to factory default, because right now this is not going to save off if you make any changes. So if you want to change everything back to a factory reset, as long as your icon is on that person, you hold down the pinpoint button. Oh, I'm sorry, you got to get out of here one more time. Go in here, hold the reset down or hold the pinpoint button down, and that will reset all the profiles, and the machine is back to defaults. Okay? Man, these user profiles, it could be confusing, but now you should know how to go through them and change them and save them and get yourself back to where you want to be if you need to reset either a profile or the whole thing. Okay? Hope that was helpful. We're going to explore some more things here in the Legend that just isn't very clear, but it's a very good machine. I like the machine. It's really, really worth the money. I mean, you can't beat it for the price. If you're looking for these machines, Fort Bedford carries them, so give them a look and see if they got anything that's available for you. And if they do, they'll get it to you. But give them a chance to earn your business. They're a great company, and I love working with them. So give them a chance. All right. That's it for me today, and I think that's it for Rocky too. He's telling me he wants to go in the house. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in another Mental Metal video.